Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Asnan's Cricket World. Well, we saw one of the best knocks ever played by a Pakistani batsman today. Fakhar Zaman, I salute you. You were absolutely brilliant today. You made a lot of Pakistanis proud today. We are proud to be from the nation Fakhar Zaman is from. What Enoch? I think he changed the way Pakistani batsmen have approached this World Cup, and maybe it could be too late, but somehow they have changed. He has changed the landscape of Pakistan's of one-day cricket. The way he played, the way he took on the bowlers was just magnificent. This was somehow lacking in Pakistan's game. The aggressiveness, the impetus, the aggression, the technique, the braveness, all was there today. He played with so much authority, so much perfection that you couldn't take off your eyes off him. Maybe it has come a bit too late, but it was a treat to watch when it happened. And what a knock it was! Even if Pakistan and if even if they had lost the match, it still would have been one of the best knocks you could ever see a Pakistani play. So, but we cannot talk. We cannot take all the credit away. Not give. Not talk about the flaws of Pakistan team today. They won the toss and they elected to ball first, sorry. And somehow the changes in the team was a surprising one. They played four fast bowlers on a pure batting track with no spinner whatsoever. He had relied on the part-time spin of Fakhar Ahmed and Salman Agha, but dropped your main spinners you had picked in the first for the first World Cup. They had dropped all of them. Shadab was injured. Nawaz is out of form, and Usman Mir looked inconsistent. So they played four fast bowlers who were hammered to all parts of the ground, apart from you can say Mohammad Wasim Jr., who bowled really well. It was, I think, a disappointing approach from Pakistan, to say the least, because to play four fast bowlers on a batting track with no spin is a bit of a risky job, and Pakistan probably didn't. Probably don't have any confidence now in their spinners, which is not a good thing. But somehow, New Zealand played absolutely brilliantly. Got a great start. Devon Conway and Rachin Ravindra, who's had a fantastic tournament, first tournament. Rachin Ravindra is making his third century, while Kane Williamson, what a great player he is. I mean, back from injury when New Zealand needed him the most, and he came back and he played an absolute gem of an innings, showing his greatness of 95. And Rachin Ravindra was absolutely brilliant as well. It was a treat to watch. And New Zealand, well, they managed to smash the second highest total, making 401, and made use of the batting track and some shoddy Pakistani bowling. It was really disappointing to see Pakistani with the ball. They were just too short, too wide. Apart from Mohammad Wasim Jr., all bowlers were really disappointing, and the approach with having no spinner will not work for you at all. But somehow that all was diminished by this absolute gem of an innings from Fakhar Zaman, who made everybody proud, making the fastest century by a Pakistani in one-day internationals. For a man who has made Pakistan's first double century, almost made another double against South Africa a few years ago. He is one terrific batsman when he was on song, and somehow, surprisingly, is it more sixes in two matches than than Imam Mulhaq has even managed in his career. Well, so Pakistan maybe missed a trick by not persisting with him. Maybe the time on the bench has helped him somehow. But it was one fantastic innings, well supported by Babar Azam, and Pakistan were always on the charge. And when the rain dropped, Pakistan were 10 runs ahead in the 22, and they came back and they again took off from where they went. Again, kept the rain rate ticking along, and when the rain became too heavy, Pakistan were well ahead of the game. So this was a fantastic effort. What could have been a very interesting game had it continued, but Pakistan had laid the foundation. And Fakhar Zaman, well, you cannot drop him, this guy, from the team now, because even if he gets 10 failures and he manages to get out even after that. You cannot take this guy for granted, because you need a player like him in your team all the time. He puts fear fear in the bowlers' minds. And I think Babar Azam also played a very different game today. He also used his technique. He was brilliant as well, making his third half century to the tournament. Maybe more is required from him. So this was a fantastic effort from the Pakistanis. They still have a lot to mend in their bowling lineup, but the batting was brutal. Batting approach was brilliant. And Fakhar Zaman, you take a bow. Well, but now the situation in the tournament has become really interesting. Australia also beating England today. We will talk about that later. But now the situation is that New Zealand and Pakistan are both locked on 8 points each, and Afghanistan is also on 8 points. Australia have now gone on 10, so the Australians might be a little bit hard to catch, with their run rate as well, very good. So New Zealand now will have to beat Sri Lanka, and Pakistan would be hoping that they beat England. Their run rate will be the factor. Afghanistan, although, have 2 games to go, and they are also on 8 points. So a win for them in them both games could just make them the qualifiers in the semi-final. But there is now a race between these three sides, and Pakistan would hope that Sri Lanka can get one over New Zealand. But New Zealand looking, but Pakistan have an advantage for Pakistan is that New Zealand plays Sri Lanka earlier, and Pakistan then will take on England later, which would mean that their the run rate they would know what kind of run rate they would need to beat England. So it would be an interesting battle coming up in a few time. So Australia and England today take on, and England, I think, were just poor again. They, although running Australia a bit close, but they somehow surprisingly England have not are playing the cricket which we had seen play in the last couple of years, which is really disappointing. And Australia, well, they have back to their winning ways, and they look good. Going into the semi-finals, they are looking fantastic, but there's still problems there. They don't get a good start. Bonner and Head got out early today, and the middle order is just a little bit short of runs. So let's see if they can mend those problems. So this tournament is open. It's quite open. India and South Africa are qualified, and they now take on each other tomorrow, which would be one of the games of the tournament, because South Africa have been a very good batting side, and have cracked up 350 in fact, they got 300 in all of these games batting first, while India have yet to concede a 300 plus score in this tournament. So this is going to be an interesting battle between a side which is bowling brilliantly and a side which is batting absolutely fearlessly. So it would be a great game of cricket to see. Could be a final before final. You can never say no, never. But this is going to be an interesting game. We'll be hoping that somehow we get to see another great game of cricket. So for now, it's the Pakistanis. For the Pakistani fans, the Pakistanis have still got are clinging on to the chance of making it to the semi-final, and this is all due to one man, Fakhar Zaman, and this is the man who has made Pakistan's chances all the much more brighter. And hats off to him. And we'll be hoping that he continues this run of form. This hope bodes well for Pakistan in the near future as well, because needed an aggressive attitude in the tournament. So Congratulations, Pakistan, for winning the game today, and this tournament is picking up its pace. So we'll be hoping for a great game of cricket ahead as well. So bye for now. We'll be seeing you later.